Hello, my friends, and welcome. I hope you're doing fine. And today we'll have a look at regular expressions. Let's go. So, what are regular expressions? So, the first thing is if we say we have a string like this, hello world, and you want to extract these two words, hello and world. So let's take here. So if you want to extract this and this word, so you do it by using regular expressions. So the regular expression, you say, I need a word that contains no numbers, no special letters, nothing. So it will take this and say, okay, I found this. I'll do the other way around. I found this and I found this, okay? And it ignores this and this. Cool. Another example is maybe, let's say you have, whatever. So you have something like my password is, whatever. That's a strong password. It's not bad. You can use it for free. You're welcome. Okay, so if you have something like this, and you want to have the password, okay? So you would say, okay, look in my string, like search in my string and check if one of these words contains numbers, contains letters, and contains special words, whatever, letters. So it will go first here and says, is this contains letters and numbers and stuff? And you see no, so it will not take this. It go here, no, it goes here, no, it goes here, yes. So it will take this. So, and then says password is this one, okay? So this is basically what regular expression does. It goes through a string and then extracts whatever you say you want to be extracted from that string. So, yeah. And these things which you said, use this to extract something, it calls pattern. So you're using patterns to extract whatever you want. Cool. So there are Dart uses the same syntax for regular expression as JavaScript. So in that case, you can go to a website like this. It calls regexr.com. There are multiple websites like this, but I'll show you in this website. And down here, you put the string that you want to, the stuff extracted from. And up here, you put your expression, or as we say, pattern, okay? So what does this example do? So if you go down here, it says explain. You see this tab, explain, okay? And then you can go over this and it explains what it does. So the first bracket, you see, it says capture and group. So it put everything in a group. And inside that group, it needs a character. It is capital letter. So it starts with a capital letter, a word. It starts with a capital letter. And it's one word or multiple words. So it's one or more. So if you go here and see, this one. So it has, it starts with a capital letter, so that's fine. So this word, these highlighted things are actually the result. If you go here and put M big, you see, a capital letter, you see it changes. So it selected this two. And if you say E expression here, it selects this two. If you do it small letter, so yeah, you see it looks for a one or multiple capital letters in a word. So it should start with a capital letter. And if it doesn't, it goes to the next and see if it's also capital letter and so on. So it was like this. So if I do like this, you see it checks, okay, this one it ignores, and then it starts with a capital letter. Okay. So that's an example. If you go here in list, you see the list that it extracted from here. And it's basically these words that are highlighted here. Cool. So how to use regular expressions in Dart? That's easy. There's a class called RegEx class, and we use that. So, and you have also here an example. And this is the constructor. And at the constructor, you give it the string that you wanted to. This is basically the source. So the source is this. This text. That's the source. And then you have this. All of this is optional, so you can put it in there or not. So you see, is it multiple line? By default is false, so it's just one line of a string in here. So in this case, for this example, you need to put true in there. So it's because it's multiple line, as you see here, not only one. And if it's also says case sensitive, so in our case it's true, because it will look for capital letters or small letters. So that's case sensitive. If you say no, it will ignore the case sensitivity. So it will ignore if it's capital or small letters. So it will ignore that. But in this case, it will not be good because we are looking specifically for capital letters. Okay. Cool. So there are also some properties that you can use, some methods. So here all matches this pattern against the string repeatedly. So it match until all matches, you have all the matches. First match, it matches basically once, and then it takes the match out of that, and so on. So you can have a look at this and then use it. It's not much. What you basically use these two, I would say. Yeah, and this sometimes here you can use it, but basically you use these two. So for the regular expressions. Cool. Okay, so we'll do an example and we go step by step. And as I said, if you want to go like deeper and you see all of the regular expression and you want some crazy things to do, just Google for regular expression. You can use either the Dart or the JavaScript one, and then you put all of that in there. Okay, cool. Let's do an example. Okay, so we go here and delete this one. So before I go to the example, I will show you where I'm getting the string that we want to extract this stuff out of it from. So if you go here to Google and say Amazing Grace LRC file. So what LRC file is basically, it's a lyric file. So you have your lyric here. So it's Amazing Grace, how sweet the sound. Okay. And you see here is a number. It's basically a timestamp. if you have a media player that can show you a lyric, so this is how you do it. You have an MP3 in here, and you have your lyric file, the LRC file. And then your media player up here, let's draw it. We are drawing masters. Okay. So you have your MP3 file here, MP3, and then you have your lyric file here, LRC. And then up here you have your media play. Let's say VLC, it's yeah, everyone knows what VLC player is. So I don't know if VLC player does this too, but let's assume it does. So your VLC player, when it plays a song, you say, okay, play. That's a nice play button. You press it, and then it takes the MP3 and it plays the MP3, and then it compares and it shows also the lyric. And in here it goes to timestamp 1084 and shows this line, and then it goes to 2086 and shows this line, and so on. So it shows line by line, you know, the first line, and then it goes the second line, and sometimes it's also, you can use it also for karaoke. So basically it shows this line at this timestamp. Okay, so we will take the first line. We just do the first line. If you are fancy and you want to build something cool and you want to, here's an example. Do a karaoke thing. So a karaoke app. Why not? So you have a file like this. You extract everything from a file, and then do the regular expression, take the lines and the seconds, and then show everything. It should be easy. If you want me to do something like this, show me with a thumb up and say, do it, or whatever. So and then I'll check if I can do this. This is a good challenge. Cool. So I'll copy the first line, and we go to Dartpad. And in here we will say var line. This is our line, so we put it here as a string. Okay. So why is the semicolon in there? Okay, cool. And now here comes our regular expression. So var RegEx. So we say regexp. So in Dart you need to put this p in here. So usually it's called regEx. I don't know why they did regexp. They want to be something special, I guess. Okay, so the first thing we will learn is R. And after R you put the string, well, in here you put the regular expression. So what is R? Okay, so if I have a string like this, let's say I have a string, let's call it string. Yeah, whatever. So test. So you say, hello, my name is Steve, for example. And in your string, you have something like this. Okay. So what this basically does, it's to put a line break. Okay. So if I print this, you will see that it says, hello, line break. Hello, my line break. Name is Steve. Okay. So we don't want this. So we don't want this to happen. So in our case, we don't want this thing to say, if it has here a line break, okay, we don't want it to be a line break. We want every single character to be counted as a character. So, okay, so in here we will say, to achieve this, we put R in here. So this is basically row string, it's called, okay? And now if I run this, watch what happened. You see? So it's every character counts here, okay? So this is why we start with an R here. All right, cool. Now next, we need to say the beginning and the end of the string. So if we have a string, if we go back here, and we have, and you saw it before, if I did this, it starts always with this T, with a capital letter. But if I said, okay, the start of the string, it should be whatever, or it should be small letter. So it will start with it will search in your string the small letter first. So let's go back. In our case, I will say the start of this string, it should be this bracket. Okay. And if you want to show the start of the string, you put, let me show you. I don't know what it's called, but it is this, triangle thing. So you put it in here. Okay. This shows you the beginning of the string. So if you have stuff like this here, it will ignore it. And then it says, okay, the beginning of this pattern, it should be this one, this bracket. And you have also a symbol for the end of the string, and this is the $sign. Okay. So you put both of these in here. Cool. And after that, we look in our string, and then we see, okay, which things are basically constant. They don't change. So if I go here and maybe make it bigger again. So if we look all of these lines, what is constant in there? Well, you see this timestamp, it's basically constant. What is constant in there? This bracket. Okay, it's always there. This colon, I think it's called, it's also always there. And in the same position. This dot, it's also in the same position. And this bracket again, it's always in that position. Cool. So we have always these, and they are always in the same position. Cool. Now we can say that. So we say the first bracket, so this one. And to show a bracket, you need to do it like this. Oh my goodness. Okay. So this is how you look for a bracket. Okay. So bracket. And after bracket, you have this. So this is not constant, but this is constant. So 2 dots. And after that, there's something. Don't worry, we will look for these things. But I want to put first the constant stuff in there. So this is constant. And this is also shown as such. And this is also constant. So let's put that in. Okay, so we have bracket, colon, dot, bracket. Cool. And these are our constant stuff. And now we want to extract the things that are in between these constant stuff. So this one, if you have a look at this, it's basically 2 digits. So 2 numerical digits. Okay. So how we do it? So we say after the bracket, we have one or more numerical digits. So we do this by doing, we say from 0 to 9. So these are my numbers in between here. You need to put it in a brackets like this. So that's important. And now if I do it like this, it will take one digit. Okay. I could do it like this again. So now there are 2 digits in there. But let's delete this. If you put plus sign in here, so this is basically saying there is one or more. Okay, so there's one or more numerical digits here. So we have 0 to 9 one time, or 0 to 9 2 times. In our example, there are 2. So 0, so we have 1 digit or more. Okay, and this is how you do it. Cool. And then you have the colon. And after that, you have basically the same. So I'll copy this and put it in here. Cool. And after that, you have a dot, this one. And after the dot, you have, basically the same again. So you put that in there. Cool. And after that, so we have this one now. This expression gives you this back. So after that, we have a long string of characters. So you have a capital A and M and so on. And we want to capture all of this. Okay, so how we do it. So this is the last bracket. And in between here, we say dot and multiple sign or star or whatever. Okay, so what does this do? So this dot, it says whatever, basically. So it can be letter, it can be capital letter, small letter, it can be number, it can be special number, whatever. And this one, it says this character here, it will appear 0 times or multiple times. So in our case, it's, I'll guess 30 characters. I don't know. I didn't count this. So let's say these are 30 characters. So it will show all of them. So remember, plus is 1 or more. And this multiple sign is 0 or more. Okay? So we put all of this in there. So this is our regular expression. But if we print this, it will show us 0. It will show us bracket, then show 0, 1, colon, 1. So it shows everything. If you put it everything in a list, it shows you everything as an item in a list. So you have everything, but we don't want this. We want that it shows us the minutes, seconds, milliseconds, and then all of this together. So we need to group them together, okay? And how do we do it? That's also very easy. So we put everything that we want to be grouped in brackets. And we put the first, so we need this to be grouped. We put this in a group. So see, this is now in a group. And after that, we need this to be grouped. So this one, and now we want this one to be grouped. We do this. That's too much here. And we want all of this to be grouped. So we put this dot and multiple sign as a group. Okay. So we have this group, this, and this. We have 4 groups. Cool. And now let's see the matches. So var matches, and then we say RegEx dot. So now we will use the first match method, because we are not matching it over and over again. We're matching just one time. And then we say line. So it needs our string. We give it the string. Cool. Let's see if we print matches dot group count. So let's see how many groups are there. Just ignore this. Yeah, because it can contain, it's a null safety thing, what you see here. So just ignore it. It works just fine for us. Okay, you see we have 4 groups, okay? So let's go and print all of the groups. So we say matches dot group, and then give it the integer. So we start with 0. And if we run this, we see the whole string. So be careful. In regular expression, you have the first group, it's always your whole string. So your whole, what we call line in here, okay? So the first string, it's always that. Okay, I'll copy this. Let's see what's our second group. It's 0, 0. Perfect. This is what we wanted. We wanted to extract the minutes. Cool. And let's see what's in 2 in here. So it's 10. Perfect. So these are the seconds. Then we go on. 3. It should be 84. Perfect. And at the end, our string. Let me check. Bam. Perfect. Very cool. So this is how we do the regular expression, and you extract everything you need out of this. As I said, make it as a challenge for you. Make an app that you give it an MP3 and these lyric files, and then it extracts, and make a karaoke app, basically. It's a challenge. Cool. So this is how you do regular expressions. I hope you learned something today. If so, show me with a like, sub to my channel, and I see you in the next video. Steve out. Ciao.